Hey guys, it's GameFix here and welcome back to episode 84 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode, we've got two more games for you. We're going to be playing Watford, followed by Barcelona in the Champions League group stage again. So hopefully we can beat them again this time round and try and get two wins from Barcelona. First of all, though, we do have a game against Crystal Palace. Now, with this being a game that we should really be winning and we are at home, I'm going to try and sim it in the hope that we can get ourselves a good result. This is a team that I was going to put out because I was tempted to play it, but I think we'll just sim it, and we are going to sim it through the usual route rather than through the calendar to hopefully try and get a good result for us. It's going to be a difficult game, this one, because even though we do have the better team, I think, on paper, you always get done over. There we go. Kelly scoring after 4 minutes. Luckily, Calvin Phillips equalises 4 minutes later. 1-1 after just 8 minutes. 30 minutes in now. Scott Dan just getting books there. And we are approaching the second half. Now into the second half. Still 1-1. We need a win here. A draw really isn't that great for us. Redmond making it 2-1. 62 minutes in. We are currently winning the game, but I've got a feeling there's another goal in this match. Let's hope it goes to us. And we have managed to get ourselves 3 points. Fantastic result to kick things off. That pushes us up the league, I'd imagine. We were in 6th before. We might well have just moved up the table. Now then, we do have to do some international stuff first of all, but we are again going to sim these ones because I think it's quite crucial that we just focus on the league for now and trying to do well in that, because I think the next game is against Watford. We will be playing that one, and then we've got Barcelona afterwards. First of all, though, let's do some player development before the internationals. We will go with these 5 players, I think, except Smith, which will change around, I think. Doesn't really make too much sense having him in there. We'll try Eric Dyer again. Need to try and get him up as much as possible because I think he's got really good potential with us. He's doing really well currently in the game, but I just want to try and get his overall up to 80 overall, ideally. But of course, we'll just see how things go. Now, before we get into playing any games or anything like that, if we could go hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That'll be fantastic. We're very close to, well, we're getting closer, I should say, to 4,000 subscribers, which would be great if we could try and hit that in the next couple of weeks. So let's move on to the international matches now. We don't have any emails that are crucial to look at, so we are going to sim these qualifiers. I know we're not currently getting qualified at the moment, but I'm just hoping that since we are kind of Spain, that we should be winning these games, really, that we're simming. I think we lost to Scotland last time we played them, so yeah, not great for us, but let's just hope that simming this time we can get some wins. We have done against Switzerland. How have we done against Scotland? Got a feeling we've dropped points. And we haven't actually. We've got 2 wins there, so that probably pushes us up into the qualifying positions, which is great. And we are currently 4th in the league. Fantastic at the moment. Top 4, obviously, Champions League at the moment for next season. But we are aiming to win the league this year. We've got Norwich and Bournemouth ahead of us. Those are winnable games when we come up against them, so we definitely need to beat them in the next matches when we do play against them. But we do have a scout report back on a new right back that I was looking at, just kind of seeing what he was looking like. He actually seems quite good. 25 years old, 77 overall, but we have enough right backs for now, so we won't bother, obviously, looking at that one too much more. Suspension is over for Diego Costa, and that was there for Spain, obviously. And yeah, let's move on to this Watford game now. Let's sort out the team first and see what sort of players are available. Okay, this is the team I've gone with. The usual defence and goalkeeper in there. We've got Eric Dyer playing alongside Ramirez and Calvin Phillips and Mane, along with obviously Redmond there, taking the other midfield places. Redmond and Mane playing as our wingers, with Silva up front. And this is the bench that I've gone with. Iheanacho maybe a little bit unlucky not to start this game. I'm tempted to start him really based on his overall stats and the fact he's very fast. I think, actually, I might change that one. I think I will start with Iheanacho up front, just because Silva is obviously less overall and hasn't been too good when I've started him. That's the rest of the bench, though. Let's crack on with this game against Watford and try and get ourselves 3 points to move further up the league table. Here we go. Tough game this one against Watford, but we need to have a good performance and start getting some wins in a bit of a streak here. We desperately need to try and get a few wins in a row if we can, just to try and push up further up the league and put some pressure on the ones above us. Let's see how we get on against Watford. Redmond still going. Looking for Iheanacho. Onto Calvin Phillips. Maybe a touch too far, but Mane still has it into Iheanacho. And another good header and a decent save. Iheanacho, good save, and nearly followed up by Mane. I've had a really good start to this game, taking control of it, and at 15 minutes in, we are still drawing the game 0-0 though. And that is it, still drawing the game 0-0. Not a bad first half performance, looked the better team. Just like I said before, not enough shots on target at the moment. Okay, some changes now. We are on around the 70th minute, and not a lot has happened since we started the second half. I don't think either of us have actually had a shot yet. So we do need to change things, try and improve the side a little bit. What we're going to do is bring on Kingsley Coman, and I think take off Redmond, move Manning to the right-hand side. I think he looks better on the right when I've previously played him there. Kevin Phillips will also come off. I'm going to bring Iheanacho back down into midfield a little bit, and I'll take Phillips off and bring on Silva. And then I think the final change, I'm tempted to take Eric Dyer off, but he's been so good for us that I really can't afford to. So we'll leave it like that for now. Maybe bring on Bridcut or Lewis Cook at some point. Silva trying to find Mane. He's already on the ball a bit more here. Mane gonna have a shot. A good save from the keeper. Eric Dyer just may as well give up there. No need to go for that one, is there? That is it. We've drawn the game 0-0. Pretty dull second half, to be honest. I don't know whether either of us actually had a shot. So yeah, pretty poor for second half, but the first half was actually quite good. 0-0 that game, not too exciting. We had the most shots on target and just shots in general. Possession-wise, though, not great. Again, another team that just wanted to pass it round and play for a point, and we've had to take it from that game. So still undefeated in the last couple of games. We obviously need to try and beat Barcelona now to get further up our Champions League group. I think, are we second? Yeah, we are. We're second at the moment, so even a win here wouldn't actually be enough to go top. But we'll have to just wait and see. Try and get the win first, and see where that puts us. Some more play drills. We'll go with the exact same 5 players again this week. Try and get them up in overall. And Butland actually goes up to 82 this time. Finally, he's gone up in overall. And Nelson moves closer to 77 overall. No movement though with the other 3 players. But that's great news for Butland. Finally going up, and he might actually be a little bit better in game now. Okay, on to the Barcelona game now. This is the team I'm going to be putting out for the match. 5 at the back. We're going to go with a 5-4-1. Gone with the kind of the usual 5 at the back that I played against them, I think, in the previous game that we had against Barcelona. So Nelson comes in at right back as well as Capella. In midfield, we've got Eric Dyer in front of them and Ramirez. Bridcut starts on the left just because he played really well there when we played against Barcelona. And then Mane on the right-hand side, Iheanacho up front. And that's the bench that I've gone with. Yaya Toure is on there just in case we need someone a bit stronger in midfield. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully beat Barcelona, but obviously it's going to be a really tough game, even though we beat them before. But we'll have to see how we get on this time round. Come on, let's try and get the 3 points. We desperately need them to try and obviously put the pressure on Wolfsburg, who play against FC Basel in their game. This is going to be a tough match, though. It's going to be tougher than the game before, because no doubt they'll be out for revenge a little bit after we beat them before. We just have to play on the counter-attack again, try and get an early goal if we can. But it's going to be unlikely, I would imagine, with the sort of side that we've got out. Mats Hummels there at centre-back as well. Oh, we've got an injury. It's Iheanacho already. Only just 15 minutes in, and now we need a big performance from whoever plays up front. And we're going to go with Coman. We won't go with Silva. I don't think he's been very good at all, Silva, for us recently. We're going to risk it with Coman. Obviously, you can play on the left as well, which we will probably need anyway at some point later on in this game. He was due to come on, to be honest, at some point. So it doesn't make too much of a difference. It's just a shame about Iheanacho because, to be honest, I like to try and keep him on as long as possible. And he was the goal scorer, I think, in the game against Barcelona before. So that's not helped us just 15 minutes in there, but we need to keep going, and hopefully Coman can play a similar sort of role. Mane looking for Coman with the pass. It's a brilliant ball to Coman on his left foot. It's a good save. I can only help but feel that if that was Iheanacho, who's obviously a left-footed player, that might well have gone in. And that's it for the first half. Still drawing the game 0-0. We've played exactly how I was after, which is brilliant for us. Still 0-0 though, that is the key thing. A draw wouldn't be so bad here. Obviously we're after the win, but a draw wouldn't be too bad. Defensively we've been really good. Barcelona have barely threatened us. I'm interested to see how many shots they've had. Can't remember too many. They've had 5, 3 on target. There you go. I can't really remember them, to be honest. We've only had 1, as you can see there, and that was Kingsley Coman. But as you'd expect, we're trying to play on the counter-attack. We're not going to have much possession or many shots, to be honest. It's just about taking them when you have them. And I think we're doing okay at the moment. Quite happy with the performance. Just need to make sure we don't concede, and as you'd expect, they're having a lot of the ball around our box. Bridcut through to Coman. We've won it back after a long spell of possession there. Got an attack for us here. It's going to be a difficult one, but it's not a great pass at all. I was trying to find the back post, to be honest, to Bridcut or Mane, but a poor ball in the end. Okay, some changes here. We are going to, I'm tempted to take Ramirez off, to be honest, because of the booking, and I think we'll put Bridcut into centre mid. That means Coman will go onto the left-hand side, and up front, we will obviously bring on Silva, try and get ourselves a goal here, because we could well nick this one. We really could. And I'm tempted to bring on Calvin Phillips as well, but it's difficult to know where, because Eric Dyer is obviously doing a lot of winning back the ball, which is great for us. But I don't know, do I take off Mane? Not really been in this game, Mane, sadly. But I still think he just has a goal threat that not many other players have that we have, especially as wingers. We don't have many goal threats. But I think what I will do is bring on Calvin Phillips and take off Mane there. And hopefully just see out the rest of this game. Maybe nick a win if we could. But obviously we'll be fairly happy with the point, I think. Kingsley Coman looking for the ball through to Silva. Can we score? Silva, he scores! Oh my days, 1-0, Silva finally does it. And I tell you what, that isn't the first thing that he's done that's really good. He's been fantastic since he's come on. He's only been on the pitch about 10 minutes, but he's done some brilliant stuff. He's won back the ball, he's held it up nicely and introduced Calvin Phillips into some of the attacks that we've had. And what a finish that is. Past the keeper, 1-0, and we've managed to nick ourselves a goal here. 8 minutes left to hold on, and Silva's definitely been the star of the match, and he's only been on the pitch 10 minutes. Oh no, through to Dani Alves, who's pushed really far forward now, into the middle, and fantastic from Nelson, who's done some decent things as well in this game. Now on the counter-attack, hopefully again with Calvin Phillips, who was injured earlier on. It should have been a yellow card and a free kick, but they gave nothing at the time. Phillips recovering from the injury into the box and finds Silva, who couldn't quite direct it at goal. That is it. We've won the game 1-0, just as they were on the attack. I thought we were going to lose it there. Fantastic result. 2 wins against Barcelona. I can't believe it. We always seem to play well against them, and we have done. They haven't actually looked to threaten that second half at all. They've had barely any shots that I can remember that were close to going in anyway, and we have just played really well. We've played on the counter-attack, and it's worked again for us. Another 1-0 win. Yes, it's not fantastic football, but at least we got ourselves the 3 points, and 2 shots, 2 on target. We got ourselves the goal, that's the main thing. Again, not much possession, but I think we deserved it in the end. We had a couple of decent chances. Both those shots were really good chances to score. We have taken one of them, and I think we deserved it. That probably puts us still in second, because Wolfsburg have just won as well against Basel, 1-0. So not too much of a change in that table. In the Premier League table, we've gone down to 5th after Man City overtook us, I think, there. Or it might be in Villa, actually, not 100% sure. But down to 5th, that's not too bad. 21 points, still not too far off the top. How many is Man U on? Man U are on 26 points, 5 points more than us. We still have the best defensive record in the league, which I think is quite good. Obviously, we just need to score some more goals now, because 12 goals compared to the other teams around us, well, that's relegation amount, isn't it? Let's have a look. Leicester City, the other team, on 12 goals. So we need to score some more, because at the moment we're conceding not very many at all. And we've got the Chelsea game coming up. That will be in the next episode. We've got a player injured. Obviously, that will be Iheanacho. Hopefully, he's not out for too long. We might even have Calvin Phillips injured as well, because that was quite a nasty challenge. But we've got nothing about that, so that's good. Player injury, and yes, it is Iheanacho. 4 weeks he is out for, so we'll have to deal with that. But you know, it could be worse again with that one, I think. Luckily, it's only 4 weeks. He should be back in training maybe 3 weeks' time, something like that. Chelsea next time. We are now in December, which is incredible, really. So we're not too far off the January transfer window. But yeah, Chelsea next time round, and that is it for the episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, then please go hit the subscribe button as we near 4,000 subscribers. That'd be really appreciated if you did do that. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.